Cobra Queen Symmetra skin is of skin in the Battle Pass, and today we're going to be deciding if the skin is worth it or not. So if you're trying to decide on whether the Battle Pass is worth it or not, or if some of the skins are spectacular or whatever, you know, this is it. The Battle Pass costs about $10 without like the additional tiers purchased to it or anything. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this Symmetra skin in the locker. So the Cobra Queen skin consists of a few different colors. We have literally black and gray. That is it. So starting at the top, let's take a look at the face. So the hair is this dark black color, and honestly, it's kind of cut into like a short hairstyle, and it does look really, really, really cool. I love that you can actually see the reflection on top of it as well. She has some sunglasses on that, in my opinion, look a little wonky. I don't know. I'm not a big oval fan, and it kind of just curves down. I don't really like it the way those glasses look, but they're there. The face is exactly the same as we always have. She has like a choker collar neck thing on. It's just made out of metal, and I guess it's kind of a necklace because I see a little like gem right there right below it, but it's literally just a little collar thing. On down to the bottom, we actually have this dress, and it's kind of cool because the way it works is it actually is more or less like a little piece of cloth that goes over the dress, and it has like a little pantsuit on and just a shirt. But looking at this little flat part with a snake on it, this is where the Cobra comes into play. It is a snake. It doesn't necessarily look like a Cobra in my opinion. It just looks like a normal snake. I know the Cobras have that like really big head, but you can't tell that this is a Cobra on the skin in my opinion. But I mean, it is really cool. You can definitely tell that it is a snake at least, which is nice. It has that cool little silver shiny effect to it as well that makes it stick out on the skin. We have the cool scales. We have the face up there with the fangs. On the back, you can actually see a little bit more of the snake, actually like the body of it. And you can, you can't see the end of the tail, but that's all fine. But anyways, looking at the hand, we actually have like her left hand right here is basically made out of complete metal. And we have this cool little black plating going all the way up. We have some cool little bracelets that just sit there. They look like they're actually levitating as well because they don't look like they're attached to the wrist. They're just levitating there. It's really, really, really cool. The fingertips are blacked out. The cool little Iron Man repulsor on her hand. On the other arm, her right arm, the sleeve is actually cut completely off. We have a cool little bracelet on there, some little rings, white fingertips on here to actually counteract the black fingertips on here. But her little, like her shirt is just completely black. There's literally no detail on that as well. And the pants hardly have anything. We kind of just have some cool little, ornate detailing going down it. Some black and silver kneecaps. And the shoes are just these little black heels. They kind of have little glass on them as well. So, altogether, the skin does look definitely just all right. Let's take a look at this teleporter. And what I like about this is it actually changes the color of the TP. We have the black, and now we actually have the blue in here. I wish they would have made it like white, because I feel like the white would have looked a little bit better and like stayed with the color scheme of the skin. But this is what the TP looks like. The photon blaster projector thing. This is what this looks like. We actually have some of that stained glass blue effect in there. We actually see this pattern a lot on skins. But we have this little thing that actually reloads in the back over here. Some little ornate details on the back. Here's where we have the silver, blue, and black color scheme going on it. And honestly, this does look pretty good. We have the cool little plating up top. We have black plates with silver lining on all sides of the blaster itself. On the little outsides, kind of guess where it's connecting it, you actually see this little light beam going across, which is really phenomenal. And again, this little stained glass window thing. And there isn't like anything, smoke or stuff billowing out of it or anything, so that doesn't have any super cool effects to it. But it's definitely all right. Sentry turret. This is where it does look a little bit cooler because normally the sentry turret isn't even changed, and this one is a blacked out, sleek black with some silver details on the back. That does look pretty cool. But with the skin equipped, let's go ahead and look at some emotes. We have clap, flow, have a seat, insignificant, knicker. Ribbon, and dance. Up next, the victory poses, we have balance, creation, dance, RIP, fan, metal, toast, and light reading. And on to the highlight intros, we have my reality. Snowflakes. Photon barrier. Askew. dance. And finally, the Shining Bull. And now that we've gone through that, let's take a look at all of the golden aspects of this gun. Okay, honestly, that looks pretty good. You know, taking away all of the color and actually leaving that blue undertones underneath it, bro, I kind of like this. Gold gun gets an A from me. Now let's take a look at this animated highlight intro for Symmetra with the skin on. Nice, look at that. That's pretty cool. I like it, I like it. And you can actually see a little bit more of the Cobra on here. And it kind of, this doesn't look like a Cobra still to me. It kind of looks like a Viper because it has that little indents on the head that kind of make it slope down a little bit. It has the little pointed nose. That looks like a Viper to me. So I don't know why this is the Cobra Queen skin. That makes sense. The bracelets are definitely levitating. That does look really, really, really cool. I mean, yeah, that is definitely a necklace with a little gem in the middle of it. So anyways, let's check the skin out in the game. And so obviously what we're going to look at is the first person mode and the gun and all that kind of good jazz. So let's take a look at this gun up first. So in the light, you can actually see the black and that silver reflecting the sunlight and stuff, and that does look really cool. You can actually see those little plasma rays going between the two, I guess, parts of the gun, and those do look really cool as well. And I'm glad that they kept the blue because it definitely does add a cool little effect to it. So this is what it looks like when we're actually shooting the gun. The little like tips actually come together and form the little plasma right there, and when you reload, the actual side actually opens up and you throw a little ball of light into it, which is so freaking cool. Here's what it looks like when we actually shoot, and the longer you stay on a target, the little center right there actually like starts to illuminate even more, which is super duper cool to me. And what's really cool is actually when you charge it up with the little plasma ball, it actually spins that thing right there. It is really cool. And you actually even have an effect right there as well, that as the longer you charge up, the more little rings pop up as well. And once you, oh, that is just super, super duper cool. All right, what does our turrets look like? Look at those little dudes working. I like those things. Honestly, those look pretty cool in game. I love the sleek black on it. I love the blue in the middle of it. It actually really works with the laser beam and stuff too. What's our TP look like? Nice. Okay, you know what? I take back what I said about it. I don't wish that this was white. I really like that that is blue right there and the tips are silver. I think that does look really, really, really cool. And now that we've looked at all that, let's go ahead and let's do our melee real quick. Okay, so she just punches with the hand. You can actually see the bracelets, and they actually move, so they're still levitating. That is a really cool effect on the skin. I will give it that. What's our high look like? Nice, look at that. Just little blacked out fingertips. And now for our ult. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so nothing unique at all on that. And nothing I was expecting unique, because it is a Battle Pass skin. It's literally not even a legendary, so we can't expect too much from that. But you know, now I think it's time to talk about this skin. So negatives first, the snake. I don't know why that is supposed to be a Cobra, because it really doesn't look like it. I know the Cobra is supposed to be big, bold, really scary, and that snake just is not it, in my opinion. I really wish they would have actually gone with a little cooler of a snake aspect of it, like a Cobra aspect, and they didn't. But you know, I really don't like the fact that there are almost zero details underneath that little piece of cloth that actually holds the Cobra. I mean, like, look at this. It is literally just black underneath. There is hardly any details on the skin besides that snake itself. The glasses look wonky to me. I don't know. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. Positives, I really do like the gun. I really like the black, sleek design that we actually do have on the skin. I know it's boring, but it is a really good color scheme. I will give it that. I really, really, really like these things. Our little sentry turrets. I think they're so pretty. Black, sleek, beautiful. And you know, I might have to give this skin probably like a 5 out of 10. It is probably one of my least favorite Symmetra skins that we've gotten so far. But you know, it's not terrible, but it's not the best one we could have gotten. And so because of that, I don't really think that this skin is worth it if you are trying to get the Battle Pass. It's just, this one, it just is not it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all later.